the entertainment highlight of the week.
Red Ray Gun Limited presents
The Benji and Nick Show. Hello.
Hello.
Or should I say, ho ho ho.
Good day.
Good morning.
Good Friday.
Oh,
Good to be here.
Steph, my wife, is not playing. Goodness.
I think Ben's got this one.
Good fried eggs.
Yo, he's muffed it. Go on.
Goodness.
Lockness.
Oh, well done. Well
There we
done.
go. Yes. Well, welcome everyone to the Christmas Benji and Nick show. I'm not Benji.
And I'm not Nick, but if you're tuned in, then this is the podcast where we talk about cult television, TV from the past, TV you might remember, TV you might want to forget, and television that makes no sense. You know, all the random things that we bring up. Now,
This
Nick,
week,
we've got
it's
some
the
guests,
Christmas
haven't we?
party. Yes, we've got my wife Steph and my son Ben. Let's say hi.
Hello. Hi.
Hey!
That's
Happy
all Steph's can.
Christmas.
Oh no, Steph said more than hello.
Merry Christmas.
Well, I was going to bring my dog to join me, but the dog's being moody, and I thought I'm not gonna disturb her. She's been for a groom today, and so when she has a groom, she becomes like a real diva because not only has she had a bath, but a trim, and she is not amused.
Who wants a dog that's a diva? Listen, let's invite someone else on the phone. Let's see, Jamie Anderson. I'm pretty certain he's going to be available to join us by phone. I'm calling him now.
Oh, it's you, is it?
It looks very dark there. Could you maybe make it a bit lighter and clearer by opening a door near you?
I can try. I can't hear you very well either, so maybe this will help.
Blimey, I'm hearing. Oh my God! Crikey! What on earth? How peculiar!
Jamie just arrived here.
How strange! Hello,
Benji, how are you?
God, this is really strange and sort of unusual. I love the way I thought the whole time that was going on. I thought that you were telling me to turn the lights up, so I was fiddling around, and then I just looked up to see Jamie walk in. Ah,
There you go.
well, there we go, magic.
As this is a Christmas party, and this is the main reason Ben has come here, we've got some crackers,
Oh, brill!
which I should have thought to open the box, shouldn't I?
They're actually luxury crackers, Benji.
Well,
Cheapo
I went to a
luxury.
restaurant called Bill's, and I had we had a table of luxury crackers. This was a couple of days ago, and
yeah.
I got some tweezers.
I think I'd better.
And then my friend got some tweezers, and then my other friend got some tweezers. So we got 3 pairs of tweezers.
In your
Luxury.
crackers.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, go on, take your crackers then. I suppose just in case people don't know what's happened, that Jamie is actually here at my place. He was standing outside
In the
the shed
cold.
in the cold, waiting for us to get on with it.
I should have
there's three
I should have
crackers.
pretended there was some technical fault and just kept him out there for hours.
Did you hear all the feedback on the phone as Jamie came in?
I did hear a bit of doot, doot, doot. Yeah.
Oh, I've dropped my cracker.
Messed everything up. didn't
Well,
it? Shall I take the
yeah,
box
you
out of
take the
way?
box. So, right, we're going to pull the first cracker. Benji, could you grab hold of it? Oh,
Yeah. Oh, no, I'll go through the screen. There we go.
You'll have to help him, Ben. Okay, let's do it. Okay.
Oh.
What was it?
Paperclip.
The gunpowder. Oh.
I do love the smell of a cracker.
We need the joke.
Oh, get the joke.
Oh, this is a big. Okay.
I hope it's a good
First
one.
item.
It's a hat.
We've already got hats.
Oh, yeah, we are all wearing hats, just in case you didn't know. Oh, in fact, you don't know, because it's an audio podcast. Okay, here's the joke. Oh, dear. Right, you've got to see that, Benji. What
Do you want me to read it out? Or?
Yeah, go on.
So, what do you call an elf wearing earmuffs?
Dunno.
Anything you want, he can't hear you. Badum.
Rubbish.
Classic,
Terrible,
classic.
terrible. Now, what television have you been watching recently, Ben?
None.
What television have I been watching recently?
Talking Pictures TV.
Look at that, no
Yes.
hesitation. There's no script.
Standard.
Talking
just says
Pictures TV.
TV. He says, "Is that Talking Pictures TV?" Right, for that you get another cracker. Let's pull it out. Okay.
I'm going to teach Ben how to win at crackers all the time.
Did you?
2 hands.
Is that what it is?
A method.
It's essentially let the other person pull.
Oh, is it?
You get some of those people that edge forward a bit and grab the middle section.
Oh, that's cheating.
That's
Ben.
cheating, isn't it?
Playing
Yeah.
card.
That's a playing card. Is that?
A single playing card.
What's that then? Some sort of
Yeah.
Thank goodness
trick?
we've got 51 more of these.
Yeah. So here's the other joke.
Why did the turkey join the band? Oh, this is quite a good one, I think.
Is it something to do with drumsticks?
Yes, it is. Because it had the drumsticks.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I like it. I think it's, you know.
Straightforward.
Yeah, I think as jokes go, I think that's a jolly good one.
Well, Steph's sitting here quite bored. Did you want to leave, or do you want to tell us what you'll be watching on television this Christmas?
I have no idea what's on this Christmas.
I know what I'll be watching.
What's that?
Home Alone 4.
Home Alone 4.
Is that the one with Donald Trump in?
Don't know, I haven't watched it. I've watched 1, 2 and 3, I think.
They're good films.
Is there a 5? Because there's one with.
Yeah.
I lost track after there stopped being Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, they don't. Macaulay Culkin's not in it now.
It's a magic trick.
Is it? The cards are a magic
Look.
trick.
So these two
Yeah.
are like both sides got the pattern on.
Yeah.
And then this card has a double back, so you can do something like this card is magically the normal card. This card is magically going into this card.
Yeah.
Wow, it's like Paul
Yeah.
Daniels has risen from the dead.
Jamie's
And
Debbie McGee.
I was about to say the same thing, Benji. So cool.
Yeah, it's a classic gag. Classic gag.
Well, I suppose you guys better leave us to talk about television. Well, you can sit at the back, can't you then? Oh, he wants to pull another cracker. Hold on a second.
Hey, Ben won that one.
Shall I put
Oh,
it
I
back?
thought the person won who got the small bit. I forget this round the wrong way.
You've been going around
Yeah.
wrong all this time.
Okay, what's the joke then?
Why does Santa go down the chimney on Christmas Eve?
I don't know.
Brush his hair.
To brush his
I
hair.
got
Because you got a comb.
Because it soots him.
Oh, very, very good. Very good.
Really?
That
You know,
reaction.
you-
Did you hear Steph's reaction there where she just went, oh?
Yeah,
That's mostly the reaction I hear every time I say anything. So, oh.
Fair enough.
blatant disappointment.
Steph, do you want to pull a cracker with me? Shall I let you win, or do you want to win?
I
Oh,
want to test your theory, so I have to let you pull.
oh, okay. Well,
that right?
I can still win by pulling. You see,
Now, what is the scientific theory behind this?
We need more.
there's no theory. It's just nonsense. Oh, well, this is a really good joke. Is everyone ready to laugh their Christmas socks off?
Yes.
No.
I'm ready.
Have you got Christmas socks?
I've got odd socks.
No, but in your life, I mean, Ben, I don't.
No.
Okay. Benji, do you have Christmas socks?
No, I don't actually.
I have actually got a pipette, but they're not here. Okay, carry on.
Are you ready for the joke?
Yeah.
What goes ho ho whoosh, ho ho whoosh?
Father Christmas on a sleigh, going very fast.
Almost. Any other guesses?
A washing machine.
Live
set
longer
on-
with Calgon.
Father Christmas going through a revolving door.
Ah, I thought he goes down chimneys, not revolving doors.
Well, he has to go through a revolving door to go and get the presents, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Suppose so.
If there's no chimney, Benji, you know, well, most of those office buildings in cities don't have chimneys, but they have
Don't
got
they?
revolving doors.
But there aren't any children in office buildings in London.
Sometimes.
Only the prisoners.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
They've
Right.
also got a game.
Oh, what's your game?
I'm not really sure, but it's got a small boy lighting a cannon on it, so it must
Oh.
be good.
That's
Oh, that's
it's
my
an
kind of game.
illustration. It's an actual drawing of Ben.
It is.
You've tied a little thing on your thumb.
Oh, it's got lots of instructions, so I've got no idea.
Oh dear, that sounds like
And
too
there you
much.
go, Ben.
That's Ben's job.
Happy Christmas, Ben.
Okay, well, I think we can let Steph go, and Jamie can sit down here, and Ben, you want to sit at the back.
No, I want to steal all the crackers.
You can
Thanks for
steal
coming to the
all
party,
crackers.
Steph.
Thank you for letting us gate crash it. I nearly said inviting us, but you didn't, so you had no choice.
So, are you going to go away with those, or are you going to stay, Ben? You're going to go. So take your headphones off.
And then do you want a limbo underneath my headphone?
You'll never
cable,
get
Ben?
down the garden with those on.
There you go.
Oh, Benji's changing his lighting state.
I'm trying to get it like sort
We've
of.
got 4, we'll take them down to the British Arms.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, yes.
Oh, there we are. Thank you.
This podcast is just a recording of lots of people moving around in a very small space. It's
Part of its charm, isn't it?
It's yes, part of it's, in inverted commas, charm.
The Benji and Nick Show brought to you this week by Voltarol Emul Gel P.
What's that? Oh, it's Ben's on the floor. What are you doing on the floor? It's a cracker, obviously. His sole motivation for anything
Get
today.
that as well.
It's been asking me all day, when are we going to open the crackers?
It's the best bit, though, isn't it? I love a good cracker.
I think, it might have been the first thing he said when I picked him up from school. They finished school at 1:30 today.
God, half days are the best. I used to love half days.
I don't remember those.
Too long ago to remember my school days.
Back in the dark ages.
God, yeah.
So what brings you along, Jamie?
Oh, well, I was just passing and thought I'd just drop by, and it was just purely chance. No, I thought I'd actually come down and see the Briggs household and family because I've only ever seen it virtually before.
So you know where all the entrances and exits are, so you can burgle them accordingly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've observed their movements. I've got an intricate plan, and say goodbye to your telly and valuables.
Wow. I think the telly going would hardly affect anyone in the family except me for the talking pictures thing. That's the, Anyway, so talking of talking pictures and stuff, what have we been watching recently? We'll go on to the emails in a minute, but
Well, I suppose I've not watched a lot of cult telly. I've got one cult telly thing I've been watching and one just normal thing, and that is my computer's been away for the past week.
On holiday.
Over a week, pretty. It's been on holiday. Yeah, it's off. It went off to Gran Canaria.
It wasn't
getting
well.
a tan. Yeah, it wasn't well. No, it wasn't well. And so I've had nothing to do. I've been sort of, just sort of left to my own devices. So I've watched 9 series of Peep Show.
Nice.
Every single episode from start to finish.
Well,
and
I've
say,
never seen a whole episode of Peep Show.
I think you'd actually really like it.
Well,
It's
the bits
very,
I've seen, I thought, that's quite good.
Oh,
but
it's great.
it's very funny and very, very well written, and I think it deserves the acclaim of the best sitcom of at least the last 10 years. Certainly,
and they've all got cameras in their heads or something.
It's kind of just what
It's
goes
just
on
the
in their minds, isn't
It's
it?
point of view stuff, isn't it?
In fact, it was originally to be called POV,
What's it?
point of view. Then they renamed it to Peep Show. Yeah, little fact there.
That's interesting. I think Peep Show is probably a better title, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think so.
a bit
It
catchier.
certainly works. It's really good fun. I found myself absolutely addicted.
Yeah.
It's Mitchell and Webb, isn't it?
It is indeed, yeah.
And Benji, are you more Mark Corrigan or Jeremy Osborne when it comes to the internal monologues?
Definitely Mark Corrigan.
Yeah, me too.
100%.
Who's that played by?
David Mitchell.
Ah, right, yeah.
I like to feel like I was a Jeremy when I was a lot younger, like back in my sort of 18-year-old days of being a rock
He's like
star,
that, is he?
and then now I'm just Mark Corrigan.
Yeah, I think we all become Mark Corrigan. I have yet to meet somebody that loves Peep Show that is an adult that thinks they're Jeremy, or they get they're entirely up with Jeremy's internal monologue.
Well, it's just definitely. I think the thing is, he speaks. Mark Corrigan speaks exactly how we all think.
Yeah.
I like to go home, sit down, watch a history documentary with a nice glass of wine, and wallow in my own self-pity. You know,
I've certainly done that. Yes.
Yeah, we've all done that. So yeah, I watched a bit of that. I started watching Tom Baker in The Hound of the Baskervilles,
Oh God, I haven't seen that in ages.
which is brilliant.
He says he's terrible in it.
I don't think he is. I think he's very good in it. I think it's a very Tom Baker sort of vibe, as it were. You know, it's post Doctor Who, but I think it's quite good fun. I think it's nice to see. Obviously, you know, it's nice to see him clearly enjoying something at that point, because obviously he left Doctor Who and was done with that sort of thing.
Jamie just took a photo. Did that come out at all?
Absolutely, it did, and Benji is smiling for it. Thank you,
Wow.
Benji. Sorry, that
It's
was
all right, yeah,
interrupting the flow there.
No, it's all right. There's no flow. So yeah, I watched a bit of that, and I started watching this morning the brand new is come out today, Witcher series on Netflix.
Oh yeah, what's that about?
You'd hate it, Nick. You absolutely hate it. It's 100% not what you'd like. It's set in a fantasy sort of medieval-esque world about a monster slayer and lots of wizards and people like that.
Well, I'll certainly watch 10 minutes of it to let you know how much I hate it. Not that I'm prejudging it, but it sounds awful.
It's done pretty well. It's done pretty well. Have I watched anything else? No, not really. I've been mentally preparing myself for Boxing Day when Doctor Who comes to BritBox.
Oh yeah, I'm looking.
I think I'm just going to start from the beginning and just enjoy the whole shebang.
I won't do that. I'll pick and choose. But it's great to just have it all there, and they've got all the animations as well. Apparently.
Did you see their press release today and the interesting phrase that was used in there?
Oh no, what was that?
We'll talk amongst yourselves while I find it.
Okay, yeah. Well,
Is it enough to make me chuck out my DVDs, is what I'm thinking, because I could free up a lot of space.
Steady
Benji,
on.
I wouldn't do, because situations change all the time, and if anything were to change in ownership on BritBox or whatever, they could disappear. So I'm a big fan of keeping hold of your physical media.
Yeah,
probably right.
You want to keep hold of his physical media?
Yeah, if you don't mind, Benji. I'm very
Maybe
gentle.
well, that's all right, you know. You and me the first. Yeah, maybe I'll just shove it all down in the cellar and forget about it. I'll put it in the oubliette.
Of doom. Yes, what have you got?
So the quote is, BritBox becoming the first complete digital home of Doctor Who Classic creates a special opportunity for fans and streamers across the UK. We are looking forward to expanding the collection even further by working with the show creators to lovingly restore lost and previously unavailable episodes in the months to come.
What does that mean?
Ooh.
I don't know what that means, but it is interesting, isn't it?
I reckon it's just the
more animations.
More animations, yeah. Or the you know, like the old loose cannon restoration sort of things.
Well, they are doing telesnaps. Yes.
Yeah, so I just don't believe,
or telesnaps, as I like to call them.
I don't believe these rumours that there's more Doctor Who out there, because there are all these people saying things like, oh, all of Marco Polo's hidden away and this, that and the other, and I'm just not sure. I just feel like, I don't know.
I'm not interested unless it's Evil of the Daleks, basically.
I'd like Evil of the Daleks. I'd like Power of the Daleks. I'd love the Wheel in Space. But let's just settle for the Smugglers.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Let's just do that one.
Yeah. Apparently that's coming out on Christmas Day. The Smugglers. You heard it here first.
What they're going to do is they're going to delete all of their archive, all the existing episodes, just get rid of it all and just have the Smugglers from now on. We'll just go for that. I always get annoyed with the fact that there's the two existing episodes of the Moonbase are the boring episodes, and the good ones are the ones that are lost. It's so unfair.
That's the way the archive crumbles.
Very, very good, very good. So, what have you two been watching then?
What have you been watching? Do you want to put a cracker?
I'm going to put a cracker.
What is your method for winning with a cracker?
Well, it's an even spread of pressure, not gripping around the perforation.
Oh.
Even pull along the central axis of the cracker.
It's getting very detailed. Yeah.
And then just a very even and fair pull. And there we go.
He won.
Again.
I always have to sniff the gunpowder.
It does smell lovely,
Oh,
doesn't it?
Yeah. I'd love to have been at the Battle of Waterloo. No, I wouldn't.
Everybody's dying and fighting, and you're just there going,
Sniffing the gunpowder.
God, blimey. Let me just stick my head in this cannon.
Boom! That was the end of Nick Briggs.
Joke is, what do you call a broke Santa?
Who's that? No, I don't know.
It's Saint Nicholas.
Oh, that's quite good. That is
it's
quite
a bit
good.
American, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
Nicholas,
the broke as well there, I suppose. But yeah, sorry, Benji. Anyway, I was got distracted by a cracker. I have been watching 2 modern things, I'm afraid to say.
That's all fine.
One is Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
What's that?
Which is an American cop sitcom thing, which is actually very good despite the way I've described it so far.
Yeah.
It's very popular,
awful.
isn't it?
It is. I saw the adverts for it on E4 when it used to be on and always thought, oh, that looks awful. Actually, it's very good and quite laugh out loud and an excellent switch off, wind down watching. So that's nice.
Yeah.
And I've also been watching BoJack Horseman.
Which was up there. I was looking a couple of days ago at the top programs of the last decades, seeing as we're at the decade's end. And BoJack Horseman, I think, was like number 3. It was really high up.
Well, what the heck is it?
About a cartoon horse.
Yes, it's a cartoon horse who is a down and out Hollywood actor with a drug and alcohol problem.
It's an animated series.
Yeah. No, it's about a real horse.
Well, I don't know.
No,
Maybe it was an animated horse superimposed on reality.
No, it's 2D animated, and it's a world where humans and bipedal talking animals coexist and have relationships across species, and it's actually just a really nice character piece, to be honest. All the characters are awesome, very relatable, in a similar way to Peep Show, but obviously in a complete fantasy, ridiculous setting of Hollywoo, they call it.
And what
I've
platform
never watched
is that
it,
available
actually.
on?
It's on the Netflix.
Oh, right, so I'll be able to watch it.
Yeah, and I started watching it when I was at MIPCOM in Cannes last year, when I couldn't sleep. And
He's a media person.
When I was desperate, I couldn't sleep,
Yeah.
and I just thought, what's
And it helped
something
you
that I'm
sleep?
not interested in. No, it hindered my sleep further.
Wow.
But I gave it a chance, got 3 or 4 episodes in, which it seems to be the way with Netflix stuff. And there we go.
Oh, that's good.
That
What's
is
that
good.
series we like? That animation one, the space one that I have, Final Space?
Final Space, yes.
Yes, I haven't seen the second series yet. Is that any good?
I've only started it, and it was quite a good start, but I haven't had time to do any more.
No, okay.
There's a lot of good stuff out there, though. It's like that. Was it Disenchantment? Is it Disenchantment? Disenchanted?
Never heard of it.
Solid second series. That one. It's from the makers of Simpsons and Futurama.
Okay. Oh,
the medieval
no, I
fantasy
did
one.
watch some of that, and I did think it was quite good, but it didn't. I haven't.
The
got
first
the time
series is
for
weird.
that,
It's,
but-
you have to have you have to, as Jamie said, get 3 or 4 episodes in, and then be like, "Oh, this is all right." But if you judge it on its first one,
Well, I could see lots of potential in it, I must say, and it was, and I mean, I can't work out. I love the fact that they got it made, because, if someone had pitched that to me, don't waste my time. But no, it's I can see that it has much potential. I've been watching BritBox too. I've been watching. Benji and I were chatting about this morning, that I quite like BritBox because I don't feel I have to watch a whole programme. I can go, let's have a look at this and watch half hour and then just discard it.
Why is that unique to BritBox, not to any other service or platform or even linear television?
I don't know, but I think it's like, I don't know why. I only do it on BritBox, really, and think that that's okay. I think that's it. When I do it on other platforms and services, I think I've failed in some way. But this, I think, that's all right. It's just some old ITV or BBC tat that I don't particularly like. But I've started watching the Marple series, the Agatha Christie's Marple.
Marple or Miss Marple.
Marple.
See, this is interesting, because I was about to say I got really excited to see that they've uploaded Agatha Christie's Miss Marple on there. Isn't that funny?
Yeah,
so you're
that's
watching
the old one with I can't remember her name, but the BBC one. This is the ITV one with Geraldine McEwen, and then latterly the lady who I've worked with, who I can't remember her name now.
Yeah, who's lovely. Who was in French Fields.
Yes. Of all the things to say she was in, yes.
Well, yes.
Julia Mackenzie.
Julia Mackenzie, yeah.
So I have to say, the
Doctor
funny thing
Who.
is, on BritBox, the image for the programme is Julia Mackenzie, but actually the episodes are Geraldine McEwen. Just a little note to the editorial team on the website there at BritBox. Get the right picture for the series. I presume it goes to Julia Mackenzie later, but so I suppose that's valid, really. I suppose on Doctor Who they'll show Paul McGann, and then you'll be watching a William Hartnell episode. But anyway, it is excessively well done, and the casts are amazing. Really famous, brilliant actors. And the first episode, Murder at the Vicarage, which I...
set in Somerset?
Set in St Mary Mead, which is the fictional place in which Miss Marple lives, which is sort of, nominally in the countryside somewhere, in Somerset. And I have played Inspector Slack in the play version of it twice. So suffice it to say that it is nothing like the play. I think they even changed the who the murderer is, but I don't know whether the play, how adapted from the book the play is. But I was interested to see Mark Gatiss playing the sort of the smallest and youngest role in it. It was done that long ago.
It was the thing about especially ITV, they do very good Agatha Christie stuff. Just like I was watching an interview a couple of days ago with David Suchet talking about Poirot, and saying how he very nearly didn't actually stay on for the role.
Wow.
Because they said, we're going to do the definitive Poirot, we're going to do it as she intended in the books. But then they started saying things like, maybe he could wear this and maybe he could do this. And he turned around to them and he said, look, if you want to do it that way, get somebody else. He said, I'm here to do this properly, and I want to do it. I want to wear the clothes that he wore in the books. I want to do it so it's exactly right. And they said, okay, we'll go with you. So he thought he was being difficult, and you'd think that they'd say, okay, we'll go. But then look at that, he was in that for how many years? 30 odd years? Long time.
I know we bought the collection actually, but
it's all on BritBox.
I find Poirot, the character, just so irritating.
He is irritating, but he's kind of meant to be annoying, isn't he?
I know that's not accidental, but he's irritating. I don't know. I did enjoy the Kenneth Branagh Murder on the Orient Express, mainly because of his huge moustache, I have to say.
Kenneth Branagh, yeah, he's a rocker. He's good.
Yeah, and also, by the way, I'll just throw in another mention that I've really bought into his Dark Materials now, after a very shaky start for me and my slight suspicion about Lyra. It doesn't matter that she's not superbly brilliant. She's pretty darn good, but it doesn't matter because it's so well made and it's beautifully written and adapted, and it's such a fantastic production. The story and the power of Philip Pullman's story just pulls you in, actually.
I need to give that a go.
Yeah, honestly, I thoroughly recommend it.
After The Witcher, I'm there.
The Witcher.
I've been waiting months for it.
Let's do these emails, shall we? Shall I read the first one?
Please.
This was sent, it's called More Toilet Roll, Please. And it's from Paul Crozer of Worthing. That's his full name. And it was sent on the 14th of December in the year 0804. Dear not Benji and not Nick, good day, good heavens, good lord, John Lord, Rockness. What? That's the craziest version of the Loch Ness game I've ever heard. I was dismayed to hear you read out an email from a certain Mark Crozer of Brooklyn. Oh, that's why he said, I'll get it. I'll see the joke. Regarding toilet roll orientation.
Oh, what's this again?
This is not an agree to disagree moment. He is, in fact, quite wrong. My unfortunate brother has never been one to invoke reliable logic. Apart from the obvious impracticalities of having loose sheets. Is he really his brother?
Yeah, Paul Crozer of Worthing, I assume so. Which is brilliant, if he is.
Apart from the opposite practicalities, I haven't had any mulled wine today. I better have some. Of having the loose sheet at the back, his cat-related argument is entirely false. If the roll is hanging with the loose sheet at the back, a cat may position itself with one paw resting on the wall and have an easy access to interfere with the loose sheet with another paw, resulting in calamity.
Yeah.
I think you might have pointed that out anyway, actually, Benji. If the loose sheet is at the front, it is much, in capitals, harder for a cat to get purchase.
I completely agree.
Cat and purchase, I just saw a cat going into a shop with a little purse. Anyway, I was so
Can't
horrified.
have that.
Brilliant cat sound effects. That sounded like the opening sequence of Captain Scarlet.
Yeah.
Do it again. Oh, not so good that time.
No, it wasn't the best.
I was so horrified to hear this opinion after all these years that I flew off the pan. For which I can only apologise to the rest of my family. I fear this may spoil or already has spoiled Christmas, depending on the temporal displacement of this email. God bless your unholy sprouts. Paul Crozer of Worthing.
Gosh. I like that.
Amazing.
I'm just waiting. Will we have the other Crozer brother next week?
We're going to. We're like it's like Earth being a battleground for aliens. This podcast is going to be a battleground for the Crozers.
Well, I've got another email here.
Yes.
Subject: Man in the High Castle. This will be interesting.
From Benjamin Crozer. No, that's not.
This is from Mark Hurst, actually. Yes. That was a cough. Sent at 12:39. Good year on the 16th of the 12th, 2019. Dear both of you, after my War of the Worlds rant last week, thank you for the fascinating discussion and insights on the wider aspects of the matter.
I.e. me ranting.
I would like to flip it around and discuss the man in the high castle.
Which you didn't much like, did you?
No, and I'll tell you one thing. I sat down and thought, no, I've got to like this. It's about the Germans winning the war and people trying to fight to stop them and alternative histories. This is going to be really interesting. But I just thought, God, it's a right snore fest. Just people wandering around towns and people going and saying, you bought a book? What book did he buy? And the other person saying, it was a Bible, and they say, so what? Something happened, somebody shoots somebody do something. Alas, but it just seems like a lot of talking and
have you ever seen it, Jamie?
I gave it the 3-episode test and did not watch any more. So
yeah, this is it.
Need we say more, listeners?
It's very pretty. You know, they've done some very good jobs in making the world look as though, you know, you're in this sort of alternative past or future, depending on but it just didn't. Yeah. But anyway, continuing the email here, it says, this to me is an example of book to screen done right, or as it says here, dome right. I and my wife both love the book, and the show does it full justice. All the main book characters are kept and in recognisable form, but given room to grow beyond the book. Similarly, key plot moments are still there, but not all rammed into the first season, followed by 3 seasons of new stuff. Instead, the key moments are drip-fed to us with time between to look at the deeper aspects of individuals and the society that has shaped them. One character death I convinced myself had been written out as the character was too interesting to kill, only for it to happen in season 3 in the exact way they died in the book. The characters are sympathetically displayed, allowing you to empathise with even the most villainous ones. You are regularly caring for the Nazis and high-ups of the Japanese occupying army. This was emphasised to us when we realised that we were in white-knuckle holding hands, edge of seat territory, rooting for a Nazi desperately rushing to thwart a plan to kill Hitler. What? Admittedly, because the one seeking to replace him would be even worse.
Well, that would be a real election slogan, wouldn't it? Worse than Hitler.
Yeah, I mean, can't get much worse, can you really? This is contrasted with emotional moments of horror at some of the evils of the regime and the ease in which people brought up in society accept it. I'm just enjoying saying words loudly. Once again, someone has taken a short Philip K. Dick novel and taken inspiration to expand on it without losing sight of the original material, and I hope you both enjoy it when time allows. Mark Hurst. Well, I'll certainly try. I'll give it.
Yeah.
I'll stick with it for you, Mark.
And it's a Philip
But-
K. Dick novel, is it?
I didn't realise that.
Good lord.
I'll stick with it, but I just can't say that it's really floating my boat right now. But yeah, I'll keep you informed.
Tom Hodden sent another message via Facebook to us. As on the 15th in the year 0608. I don't know what was happening then.
Should we get Jamie to read this one out?
Yeah, go on then. Do you want to read that out?
I can certainly try. He says, "Chaps, sorry about the confusion in my last missive. I had indeed somehow confused The Woman in Black, a modern horror adaptation of a classic novel in a Hammer Studio style, with The Ladies in Black, a comedy about the staff of an Australian department store. I hope this missive finds you in time for the Christmas party." It has! I have a question for Benji and or Jamie. How convenient. Back in the day, when there were only a few channels on the telly, there would usually be a big Christmas film in the listings. I can remember my grandparents spending the post-turkey fugue in front of Back to the Future, Crocodile Dundee, or Return of the Jedi. With this in mind, is there a film that is not Christmassy in itself, but always feels like a Christmas film that deserves to be watched under tinsel and paper chains? Yours, T.E. Hodden.
Tee-hee, Hodden, tee-hee. Wow, paper chains. I haven't done paper chains for ages.
Nor me.
So, guys, this is for you, is it? Yeah, it's not for me.
Unfortunately, you weren't asked. Yeah.
All right.
Well, for me, it's arachnophobia, would you believe? Because I used to sit and watch that with Dad every sort of post-Christmas lull.
Wow.
And it became a bit of a tradition from the ages of sort of 5 or 6 until
Arachnophobia
11
at
or
5 or
12.
6.
Yeah, I know.
Jerry Anderson was a monster.
Yeah, well, so people have said. And then what's the other thing? Is it called Tremors?
Oh yeah, I
With the
love
creatures.
that.
Oh, Tremors is good.
That was the
Yeah.
other one, but those two are absolute must-watch.
Tremors
Christmas
is amazing.
movies.
Yeah, I love it.
There you go. Over to you, Benji.
Like the big
Well, I've
worms underground, yes.
I've got a similar one in terms of watching with my dad, and that's Kelly's Heroes, which I've watched that pretty much every Christmas and probably in between as well. Love that one. Clint Eastwood film, Donald Sutherland. It's what you could imagine a Western film, but in the Second World War. It's a great film with a great soundtrack, great cast. Don Rickles is in there. It's just superb. So I recommend that one. And the one that I watch personally is me and my friend Tom. We've watched pretty much every single year since it came out. The Wind in the Willows, which I think I mentioned before.
Which
Terry
version?
The Terry Jones
I've
version.
never seen it.
Which has Richard James,
I was gonna
Jamie's
say.
podcast co-hosting as well. So well, that's a film which
What does he play?
Some sort of weasel.
and a clock, I think, as well. But it's one of those films we've just watched it every single year. That it's become. It started off as young'uns watching it and loving it, and now it's just blokes with beer watching it. It's a very different.
Way,
but it's
lads.
lads. But it's a great film.
I've got an arachnophobia story for you, which is that I went to the press screening for it, the original press screening, because I worked for a film magazine at the time. In fact, I think it was the editor of a film magazine. And just to give us all the heebie-jeebies, when we got in these very small preview theatre, they said, if you could all just reach down underneath your seat, and they'd put little baskets full of straw under the seat, and we had to put our hands in to get out some free gift. I don't remember what the free gift is, but we've all been worked up into a state of terror.
Nice.
Because I don't like spiders anyway. And also, who's it? It's John Goodman, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
And that bit where he steps on a spider and he goes, "Yep, I'm bad."
Yeah.
I love that bit. It's all squelchy. Jamie has to go off and do an important phone call.
All right. Well,
we're
Jamie,
we're gonna finish shortly, I think.
Yeah.
I think we should finish actually, because this has been. I would just say The Great Escape is obviously the Christmas film.
That's the instant one that comes to mind. Yeah.
What are we going to do next week, mate?
What day is next week going to be?
What day is next week going to be?
Well, we've got to work out when we're doing it first of all, because obviously it's the festivities, isn't it?
Yeah.
When we're recording.
Well, we'll probably record it on the Friday or the Saturday, if you like. I don't know.
We'll call it the post-Christmas
So it's
Snorefest.
It's on the 29th. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just do that. We'll do an assessment of our Christmas cult TV watchings, then, shall we?
And
That's a good
meals.
idea. Yeah,
And meals.
Meals. Yeah, the Benji and Nick Show Christmas assessment, which sounds like a sort of. It sounds very wrong as well.
That'll do, though. Yeah.
Yes, it will.
I
yes.
like it.
So
Thank
get your
you.
rubber gloves ready, everybody.
don't touch your toes. Don't forget to email us with your Christmas thoughts at podcast@nicholasbriggs.com. We're looking forward to your post-Christmas thoughts. I'm just repeating myself. Time to get very close to the microphone.
Yeah, very close indeed. Just like,
And say,
Shall I get more distant?
Yeah, you
yeah,
get more
well, that's
distant.
nice. Yeah,
He's over there.
I suppose if I go in the middle, then we're sort of.
Oh, it's just weird.
Oh,
It's goodbye from me, anyway.
It's goodbye from me.
Goodbye from guest distant me. Thanks for having me. Bye.
Pressing stop now. Ka-chunk.